You remember, Haman went to the king and requested that the Jews be destroyed. In its first hearing, the king passed the bill. Now that the genocide bill was signed, what should Mordecai do? When Mordecai learns of Haman's plot to destroy all the Jews in the Persian Empire, he publicly mourned, wore sackcloth and ashes, and cried out in the city, just as we do today when we are killed. Then he sent a word to Esther, urging her to go before the king and plead for her people. You know, when Esther was nominated and chosen and crowned as a queen to replace Vashti, nobody knew her identity. She was chosen based on qualities, not background. Esther was initially afraid, knowing that approaching the king uninvited would mean death. But Mordecai reminded her that silence will not guarantee her safety. She too is a Jew, so she will be killed. And that perhaps she had come to the throne for such a time as this. So Esther agreed to help and requested that all the Jews in Susa fast for 3 days with her. She also mobilized her maid to pray along with her. After the fast, Esther courageously approached the king uninvited and found favor with him. The king asked her, "Queen, what do you want? Even half of my kingdom I will give you." Esther simply said, "Sir, if it pleases you, this evening come for a banquet I have prepared, but come with Haman." What? Inviting the enemy? During the banquet, the king again asked her, "My queen, what is your request? Even half of my kingdom I will give you." Esther again said, "If it pleases the king, if I find your favor, can you come tomorrow again for another banquet? Still, come with Haman." In the morning of the second banquet, Haman had already prepared a gallows in order to execute Mordecai. He even shared the joy, how he was so pleased when he alone and the king were invited to the banquet. So he felt honored. At the second banquet, Esther revealed her Jewish identity and exposed Haman's plan to annihilate her people. King Ahasuerus, enraged, ordered Haman to be executed on the very gallows Haman had prepared for Mordecai. You know, the Hausa adage says, "In zaka haka rija mukunta, kada ka haka da zurfi, domin mai yiwa kai ko ɗanka." Now, Haman's plan failed. He was killed instead. So the king promoted Mordecai to Haman's former position and gave him authority. Esther again pleaded with the king to revoke Haman's decree. But in their tradition, the king could not revoke the original decree, but allowed Mordecai to issue a new one in the king's name. Imagine you are asked to write a letter and sign on behalf of the president. So the new decree allowed the Jews to defend themselves and destroy their enemies. You know, the first decree to destroy Israelites or the Jews was not revoked. The decree was still standing, valid, but they were given the autonomy to defend themselves. Today, we are being killed on a daily basis. Nobody's saying anything. But when one among the people that are being killed call for self-defense, some people speak against it, that it is uncalled for. What do you want the people to do? So the Jews successfully defended themselves against their enemies throughout the empire. But do you know that up to date, the Jews are fighting a defensive battle? Check carefully. They have never started any of the war. They only respond in defense. Mordecai rise in influence and help bring peace and security to the Jews. I want to challenge our brethren that are representing us at the National Assembly, the House of Senate and the House of Representatives. What are you doing about the issue? What are you doing that your people are killed daily? Why are you there for such a time as this? Don't you know that your being there is a plan that you can speak for your people and act for your people? Okay, if we are to pray for what is happening today, how should we do that? I'll come for that one. Meanwhile, you can give me a comment, you can share, you can like.